Привет guys, my name is Fedor and today we are going to talk about numbers from 1 to 100. And the way I'm going to explain it to you is not for you to memorize and just to read it in like 5 times a day. No, but from understanding. I will try to explain it to you so you can understand how our numbers work. And I think that's going to be more helpful to you because it's going to stay in your memory for much longer than if you just memorize. So let's get to the numbers right now. Alright guys, let's begin. We're going to start with 1 through 10, then 11 through 20, and then from 30 to 100 in 3 different groups. And the first one is from 1 to 10. And in this one, we cannot go any other way but to memorize, even though I was talking about understanding, but we have to memorize at least the first step. And then we can build on this knowledge. So 1 will be один. 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 So letter O sounds as A. Один. Один. 2 is два. 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 So 2 is два. 3 sounds close to 3. It is три. 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 4 is четыре. Четыре. So you might hear that last sound sounds as E, so it's not четыре, it's четыре, четыре, четыре. So if you say quickly, it's going to be четыре, четыре. And also, by the way, guys, it's not about this topic in particular, but in Russian, we are trying to simplify the sounds. We're not trying to say every single sound as it is, but we're trying to simplify it so that for our mouth, it's going to be easier to pronounce it. So instead of saying один, it requires a lot more work than to say один. Один, один. Look at my mouth, right? Один, один. It's much more movement. So we're trying to simplify our speech in that way. And that's why we say четыре, not четыре. Because it's just easier. It just flows better. Четыре. Четыре. Number 5 is пять. 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 Number 6 is шесть. 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 7 is семь. 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 8 similar to 7. 8 is similar to 7 is восемь. Восемь. So you see that same here and here, the same thing, but it's just восемь. 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 9 is девять. 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 And just one letter change for number 10 is going to be десять. Десять. So from V changes into S. Девять, десять. 9 and 10. Девять, десять. So that was 1 through 10. In fact, let me go over that once again so you guys can remember. Один, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь, девять, and 10. Boom. That's it for 1 through 10. And this is from 11 to 20. It's a long word, I know. But let me just use an example of the word одиннадцать, which is 11, to just explain it to you how it's structured, how we built this word. So let me pull up this sheet right here. We see один, right? Один is 1. And then we see один over here too. Один, right? Один. And let me show you this side here. Oops, I don't know how to do it well, but okay. And then we see десять. And then we see цать. Цать, 10, цать, 10 sounds similar, right? So let's just say, and so once again, 1 is 1, цать is 10. I believe it's in the old Russian language, цать was 10. So this is 1, this is 10. But what does na mean? Na means on. On. Right? So it's 1 on 10. 1 on 10 is 11. 1 on 10 is 11. So that's going to be with every single number from 11 to 19. It's going to be the same exact structure. So it's going to be a number on 10. So it's 1 on 10, 2 on 10, 3 on 10. Alright? Let's see what we got there. Let's see what we have here. As you can see, they all have цать at the end. See this? Цать, 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 and цать. Even 20 has цать, but that's going to be a little bit different. Let's now focus on 11 through 19 for now. And then they all have na, right? So before цать, they all have na. Na, 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 etc. And the only thing that is different is the first number, like 1 or is the first part of the word, alright? So let's say 11. 11 is 11. 1 is 1. So it's 1 on 10. I already talked about that. 12. 12 is 12, and 2 would be 2. It's a little bit a change from 2. 2 is 2, but 2, just a slight change. Then we have 13. 13 is 13, 3 is 3. So 13. Then we have 14. And we have 4 over here is 4. Remember 4? Refocus. Remember 4 is 4. This one 4 is going to represent that 4 in this word. So 14. 14. Then we have 15 as 15. 15. 5 is 5. Remember 5 was 5. Then we have 16. It's 16. We have 6 as 6. 16. By the way, you cannot really hear the letter T in here. So T is silent. So it's just 16. 16. T is silent. Then we have 17. 7 is 7. 17. 7 on top of 10. 17. Then we have 18. 18. 8 is 8. 8 na 10. 8 on 10. 18. Then we have 19. 9 is going to be 9. So you can see kind of a pattern here, right? You can see how this works. And in fact, in English is the same way. 13. So teen is 10, correct? Teenagers, those who are in their 10 years, from 10 to 19, in teens. 14, so 4 is number 4, 10 is 10. 14. 15, 5, 10. The same kind of concept as in Russian, as you see, right? So that was from 1 to 19. And then finally we have 20. And 20 I'm going to explain on a separate sheet of paper, okay? Because it doesn't follow the same group as 19 through 11 through 19. Let me just explain it on a different sheet of paper. Alright, this is going to be the next step. This is 20. 20. 20. 20. You can see again, right? Цать is 10, is 10. And then we see 2 is 2. But we don't have any on here, on. So it's not 2 on 10. It's 2 tenths. So it's like 2 times 10. Right? So it's 2 tenths. It's going to be 20. 10 and 10 is 20. Correct? So that's how 20 through 90 is going to work. And not in the same, not all of them. We have some exceptions. And I'll talk about that, of course. So we have 2 tenths here. 20. Alright? 2 tenths. let's see what we got for the rest of the numbers. Okay. Well, in fact, before we go to that, once we learn 20, 30, 40, 50, etc., you can then build numbers like 59. Well, in fact, let me explain this first and then I will talk about that. I'm so sorry, I'm just jumping ahead. But let's see what we got here. 20 is 20, I already talked about that. Yeah, and then we have 30. 3 is 3, 10 is 10, so it's 3 tenths. It's 30. 30. This word 40 does not follow the same rule as the rest of them, as you can see. Each is going to be 40, 40, 40. For some people it's going to be even easier. So it's 40, 40. Alright? Next one is 50, 50. We have 5 is 5, and then 5 changes into 10. You can see over here it's not 5 anymore, it's 10. And it's even closer to number 10. See this one right here? 10, and then we have 10. Even closer to 10 now. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. So, 50 is 50. And about the pronunciation a little bit. I'm saying 50. So, I'm not saying 50. I'm saying t and d kind of together in one sound. 50. I'm just taking a little pause. Instead of saying 50, 50, I'm saying 50. So it's like a one letter. One letter, I'm saying letter t, 50. I'm just taking a little pause. 50. 50. Alright? So 50. 50. It's not 50 as you would pronounce, as you would read it, but it's more of a little pause in between those letters. Alright? Next one is 60. 60. 60. The same concept about pronunciation works here too. 60. 60. It's like a clash of two similar letters, t and d. They're kind of similar, so we just say 50. 50. And again, 6 is 6, 10 is 10. Same concept. 70. 7 is 7, 10 is 10. 70, 70, 70. And then we have 80. 80. 8 is 8, 10 is 10 again. 80. And the last two, they don't really follow the same rule. Let's look at 90. We have 9, which is kind of 9. It represents 9. Then we have 100 over here. 100 is 100. As you can see over here. 100, 100, 100 over here too. And I don't know, I do not really know if that's true or not, but I will give you this kind of hint of how to remember this one. So, alright, let's write it down over here. So 9 is 9, right? And then we have 100 is 100. And then we have no. No in Russian is but. And the way I made my students remember that is 9 but 100. Even though it's 9 in the beginning, it's not 100. So even though it's 9, it's not 100. So 9 but 100. Alright? So it's 90. 90. 90. I hope that helps, guys. I hope it's going to be easier for you to remember it that way. And then finally we have 100. 100 is just 100. Easy, quick, short, 100. 100. Okay? And let's now look at how we make a number like 59. 59, right? So let's see. We have we're just gonna build it from two parts, just like in English. 59. We need 50, so we got 50 plus 5. So we need 50. Let's find 50. 50 is 50. Okay? So it's gonna be 50. You guys bear with me. I'm not a quick writer. 50 plus 9. Where's 9? 9 is right here. 9. 50 plus 9. So that's what we get. 59. 59. 59 is going to be 59. The same works with any other number, with any other a number of 10, like 20, 30, 40, and an individual number like 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? So let's say number 32 would be 32. 30 is 30, 2 is 2. 32. The same with any other number. And even with hundreds. So you can now, guys, mention numbers from 1 all the way to 199. With a combination of all of these numbers that we just learned, you can use them to build talk about numbers from 1 to 199. Later, I'm not sure when, we will cover 200, 300, 400, all the way to 1,000, and I will touch on million, billion, trillion, quintillion, whatever it is, just for you to just know how to say them. But that's it for now. We are done for today. Yay! I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it and you liked this video. If you did, share it with your friend who might be interested in this video. I'm gonna appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Пока-пока.